Hello my dear students, today we are doing Absorption by Roots chapter and for ICSE class 10, and in this particular chapter today we will be talking about differentiate between. So what type of differentiate between questions do come from Absorption by Roots, that we will see today. I have already explained you the whole chapter in detail before, so you can look. I will give you the link of that particular video as well. You can see the I button, and at the end of the video as well I have given you the link. So let's begin and see the difference between type of questions from the chapter Absorption by Roots, ICSE class 10 biology. So the first and very basic question is osmosis and diffusion. So give the difference between osmosis and diffusion. You can directly write the definition. So osmosis is a special type of a diffusion in which involves the movement of solvent molecules from a region of their higher concentration to the region of their lower concentration through, now this is important, through a semi-permeable membrane. So in osmosis, semi-permeable membrane is involved, whereas again this is same. Diffusion is the movement of solute molecules, okay, or ions from a region of their higher concentration to the region of their lower concentration without the influence of any semi-permeable membrane. Also you should note that in osmosis we are talking about solvent molecules, right? We are talking about solvent molecules, and here we are talking about solute molecules. So if you want, you can make one more point. Here there is a semi-permeable membrane, here there is no semi-permeable membrane, right? But the movement is always from a region of higher concentration to the region of lower concentration. The next difference between that can come is turgid and flaccid. What do you mean by a turgid cell or a flaccid cell? So what is turgid? In turgid condition, the cells are filled with water. They are turgid. Water goes inside and they are full hefty and filled with water, so that its cell wall is in a state of tension. The cell wall is stressed, cell wall tension mein hai, and it occurs due to endosmosis. Endo is water is moving in, whereas in flaccid condition what happens? The cell loses water from the vacuole and the cytoplasm under plasmolytic condition. So plasmolysis happens and the cells lose water from the vacuoles and the cytoplasm, and it occurs due to exosmosis. So it is in the shrunken state, the water moves out. So water is moving out, that is a flaccid condition. Okay, so if time permits, you can draw such rough diagrams as well to explain to the examiner that you know the concept really well, but it will be after writing this, right? Next, so permeable membrane and semi-permeable membrane. We all know, as the name suggests, what is permeable? It permits everything, and semi-permeable is, it is permitting some things, semi, it is allowing something and not allowing something, right? So a permeable membrane has the pores which allow free movement. You have to use these terms, free movement of solutes. So free movement of solute as well as solvent molecules in permeable. Whereas in semi-permeable, a semi-permeable membrane has pores which allow only solvent. So this is allowing solute as well as solvent, and there is free movement. Now this is allowing only solvent. Solvent it is allowing to pass through them. Allow only solvent molecules to pass through them. This is selectively in nature and does not allow some solute particles, right? Let's go ahead. Active and passive transport. Passive तो जो होता ही रहता है generally, and active transports need energy, right? Active, what is an active child looks like? Full of energy. And passive is the things that keep on happening on their own. Okay, so first we will read passive. In passive transport, minerals are transferred from a region of their higher concentration to the region of their lower concentration without using any metabolic energy. So water, so if you are making these two beakers, okay, taking the same beakers and connecting them, and if this is at a high level, this is at a low level. So water will move from high to low. It will not need any energy. But in the active transport case, if you want, नीचे कहीं पानी है और आपको ऊपर चढ़ाना है to higher concentration, ठीक है, so what you will need some motor to do this, right? नीचे से ऊपर तो पानी अपने आप नहीं जाएगा, बट ऊपर से तो पानी अपने आप नीचे फ्लो हो सकता है, right? So even if you connect this, water will not flow up, so you will need some energy to push this water from lower energy to higher energy. So that is active transport. In this, minerals present in the solution are transferred from a region of their lower concentration to the region of their higher concentration by using metabolic energy. So low concentration of the minerals, say it is going to high concentration of minerals by using energy. I have explained active and passive transport very beautifully in my videos where I have explained all this. So please go ahead and first watch those videos if you have not understood few concepts. Okay. Turgor pressure and wall pressure. There's a lot of difference between turgor pressure and wall pressure, and many students are always confused in this. And this is a very frequently asked question for 2 marks in your exam. So it is the pressure applied by, turgor pressure is applied by contents of a turgid cell on the cell wall. So if the cell is in turgid condition, it is applying some pressure on the walls. Okay, that is known as turgor pressure. Now wall pressure, it is the pressure exerted by the cell wall on the content. So cell wall is exerting some pressure on the content, that is known as wall pressure. Wall is exerting pressure, and here the cells are exerting pressure on the wall. Okay, let's go ahead. So before we go ahead with the next set of questions, let me tell you, I am taking all these questions from this particular book, most likely ICSE question bank for biology class 10 for 2024 examination. This book is by Oswal Gurukul, and here you have chapter wise and category wise questions. So for each chapter you have chapter at a glance, you have word of advice by experts, you have previous year's board questions, and all the type of questions like name the following, give technical terms, match the columns, multiple choice question, fill in the blank, short answer type questions, long answer type questions, diagram based questions, then reasoning and assertion types of questions. All the type of questions are covered chapter wise, which is very, very good, along with perfect answers. And this is the next question. Turgor pressure and root pressure. What is the difference? Just now we did turgor pressure and wall pressure. Now we are doing turgor pressure and root pressure. So this we already know, it is the pressure applied by the contents of the turgid cell on the cell wall. What is root pressure? It is the pressure within the cells of a root system. Root के अंदर की बात हो रही है. So pressure within the cells of a root system, which causes what? Which causes sap to rise through the plant stem to the leaves. So because of root pressure, see if this is a root and this is the soil. Okay, now because of the root pressure, okay, the sap is rising through the plant stem. It is through the roots. Then there will be, see if these are the roots, this will be the stem, branches, and that would be the tree. So the sap will rise here because of this root pressure. So sap will rise through a plant stem to the leaves through root pressure. Now it is caused when a cell become turgid. जब cell turgid होता है, then only turgor pressure is caused. When is the root pressure caused? It is caused due to alternate turgidity and flaccidity of the root cells. So the root cells becomes turgid, then become flaccid, become turgid, become flaccid, and because of this root pressure is created. So I have explained all this in my previous videos. Please first go ahead and see those videos and understand the chapter very well, and then come to such videos where I am talking about the questions that can be put up in your exam. Now plasmolysis and deplasmolysis. In this, the protoplasm of the cell shrinks away from the cell wall. So if this is a cell wall, this is a cell membrane, and The cell membrane along with the cytoplasm and all is known as protoplasm. So if this protoplasm shrinks away from the cell wall like this, then this is known as plasmolysis. Deplasmolysis, in this protoplasm of the cell swells up and touches the cell wall. So if it is again swelling up and it is now just touching the cell wall like this. Okay, so this is plasmolysis and this is deplasmolysis. Now it results in the flaccid condition of the cells and of the plant. So see, you can see this is turgid, this is flaccid. So it turns in the flaccid condition, and this results in the turgid condition of the cells and the plant. So you can see this is again turgid, so it becomes turgid. It is caused due to exosmosis. You know exosmosis, the water has moved out from this cell. So if this is a cell, water is moving out, it will shrink, and this is plasmolysis. So it is caused due to exosmosis. I hope you have understood, and this is very clear, it occurs due to endosmosis. So this is how a 3-mark question can be put up for differentiate between plasmolysis and deplasmolysis. Let's go ahead. Endosmosis and exosmosis is already very clear to you. It occurs when a cell is placed in hypotonic solution. Now, if it is placed in hypotonic solution, now if this is a cell, it is placed in hypotonic solution, then only the water will move in. Whenever water is moving in, water is moving into the cell, in the cell. That is known as endosmosis. And which type of solution is here? Hypotonic. Okay. Now in exosmosis, what happens? The solution that is kept is hypertonic. Hypertonic. And the water will come out and it will cause shrinkage. Now it is in turgid condition. Now when water will move out, it will become like this. So water moves out of the cell and it is placed in hypertonic solution. So this can be asked for 2 marks. So please try to write the 2 points. So my dear students, all these differentiate between questions were taken again from this particular book. I will give you the link of this book in description. You can go ahead and check out the book, and if you want you can buy the book. I have given you the link already in the description box. So if you have any issues for your ICSE, or if your friends are facing any issues in any topics for ICSE class 10, you can come to Zenith Academy online and all your questions will be solved. So here we have taken almost all the subject for ICSE class 10. We have all the recorded videos on the channel for biology, physics, chemistry, mathematics also we have started. We have given few lectures of mathematics as well. We have full Hindi, English, everything is there for ICSE class 10. And 9 as well, we have a lot of content. So go ahead and recommend our channel to all your friends and keep the learning always on Zenith Academy online. Bye bye my dear students.